every one of us lives in a world where we are surrounded by circles of influence on us. So we are an individual, but we are part of a circle of family around us, and around that family is the circle of a wider family and a peer group around us. And around that peer group is a circle of our community and a circle of the state we live in, the politics that determine how we live in the state, and the culture we belong to. It's also about the nation and the language we speak and the habits that we have because we are there. And around that is, of course, the fact that we live on this earth, this very special ball circling around in a much wider universe. And all those wide circles around us influence how we feel about things. All of those things affect us, and all of those things are relationships we need to manage. Most of the time, we are simply oppressed by all these circles. We are being kept in place by them. We are being kind of pressurized into behaving in certain ways, and we may not be aware that this is happening. So we may just act out of habit all the time, or act out of duty all the time. To create a little bit of independence within those circles as an individual is a very hard thing to do. And we can only really do it if we learn to connect and recognize those connections to the circles around us. So the better we are aware of the influences those things exert onto us, and the more we are aware of the impact all of this has on us, the better we can interact with these circles around us, and the better we can find a place for ourselves within that position we find ourselves in. So finding your freedom is really always about taking greater and greater awareness of all these impacts on us. An awareness of how the universe functions and affects us, an awareness how nature affects us, an awareness of how the state and our culture affect us, how politics and the law affects us, how our nation, our community, our family, our peers, our small group of people that we consider our close friends affect us, and indeed how our body affects us, and how our internal thoughts affect us, and our feelings and experience affect us. So all of these things need to be processed, and the more awareness we get of these things, and the more we are able to tune into them and alter them in order to create more space for ourselves, the better we will be off, and the more freedom will be ours. So this process of tuning in and taking awareness of how we are being moved and how we are dependent on external forces is what creates our tiny little margin of freedom to make room for ourselves, to create inner space, and to create the possibility for changing things for the better. So that is one of your life tasks, to understand the world, all its many layers and its many different guises, as it were, and to see how you connect to it, and to see how you can make more room for yourself within that, whilst taking account of what is real and what is necessary as well. So that is your freedom. You got to work at it. Freedom is earned, not given, and it takes a long time to realize it. So get going on that, and don't wait for somebody else to bring it to you. You got to do it yourself. Good luck, my friend.